What is daydreaming? Divasopnam. Not living in the, say that again, not living in the moment, but what are the areas we daydream? Example. Okay. Note down as you think areas that I daydream. Retaliation. What is the satisfaction in daydreaming?
It won't be attained, so you can keep on delighting in.
No expense.
No expense.
Self-actualization. Self-actualization.
Okay, self. Any other advantages?
You're just gratifying the self more and more.
Climbing the ladder.
Okay.
In the dream.
False satisfaction. What's the danger in it? Say that.
Either can be dwelling in the past or anxious about the future.
Think about the future. So, reality means what? Present. So, present is not addressed, always future. What are the usual areas of daydreaming? One is retaliation, he said. Another?
Pulpit preaching.
Pulpit preaching.
Desires and decisions.
Desires and decisions. What about Christian life? Is it usually daydreaming or reality? 90% daydreaming. 90, 10. What about others? How do you think? So when you talk about your Christian life, is it the imaginary Christian life we always talk about, decisions, desires, or we are talking about the present reality? You may immediately say, I don't know. How do you find whether it is present reality? Why don't you write few sentences about Christian life, my Christian life in reality and daydreaming aspect. Daydreaming, decision, desires, good thoughts, talking about it, planning, commitment. Do you know what is placebo?
It's not a medicine, but you just give it as medicine.
That is, but placebo, various levels it will come. It's not true, but you are made to think that it is true, and it gives you some good feelings also. Placebo drugs sometimes heals your headache. Even fever subsides. The power of suggestion is very good. We do clinical trials with placebos. Certain people are given paracetamol for fever. Another group of people are given chalk powder for fever. Both get cured. But he has to trust the doctor who gives it. No. We do find the efficacy of certain drugs. We do this clinical trial with placebos also. So then we said, really that drug doesn't matter. Yes, you write your sentences as you are writing. Utopia means what?
Future was like we're building a socialist.
What is Christian's utopia?
Finally convince yourself it's true.
Okay. Any other? Which is a usual topic that keeps us happy in the present, but it is utopia for us now. Going to heaven. Always thinking about and talking, singing about heaven. So how it will be there? Yes. Without any. What is it? What are the sentences?
Mansions, there will be mansions there.
No, your life condition, how it will be? കളങ്കമില്ലാതെ പിന്നെ യാതൊരു അശുദ്ധിയില്ലാതെ വളരെ ഉടലോട് സ്വർഗത്തിൽ പോകും. Okay. In the Bible, what is the major topic? Present life here or future life there?
Kingdom of God.
Present life here or future life there? But what is our emphasis usually? Projecting it forward, daydreams, utopian ideas. Now when you say more teaching is on the present life here, what is our emphasis that in our life? How do you see that in your personal life? So whenever we ask you to share how is it now, what is the usual sharing? Tomorrow. I have decided, I have submitted, I surrendered, I committed. It will go on repetition in every meeting also. So whenever we redirect you to say about the present, much is not come. In Luke's Gospel, 19th chapter, 11th verse.
While they were listening to these things, Jesus went on to tell a parable, because he was near Jerusalem, and they supposed that the kingdom of God was going to appear immediately.
Do you know the parable is about? Be occupied now here. Don't project and live for the future. Let it be there. But because of that, they don't do anything here. When they were deported, Israelites were deported to Babylon and other countries, Jeremiah is sent to teach them, 70 years you are going to be here. Don't sit idle. Cultivate, buy land, but do things. Stay here. Don't sit idle. 70 years later only you are going to come back. But they thought they will come back to next day. They were not willing to accept the reality of deportation. 490 years you did not observe Jubilee year. So 490 years they did not. Yeah, they have to leave one year the land waste. Do nothing, cultivation, so that the land will recover. One of the aspects of Jubilee. But 490 years they did not do. So for each 7 years, it was added, 70 years you will be away, let the land be resting. That's one of the included punishment. So there, they were thinking of coming back and not involved in anything. Similarly, if you think of future Christian life, what about the present Christian life? Many people spend a lot of time thinking about, oh, I should not sin, I should not sin, I should not sin. The only concentration is not to sin. So what happens? They are never able to do right things in here now. പാപം ചെയ്യக்கூടാതെ അത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. നന്മ ചെയ്യാനും നല്ല കാര്യം ചെയ്യാനും ടൈമേ ഇല്ല. ശ്രദ്ധ മുഴുവനും ഇപ്പം മേലെ ഏറുമ്പോൾ അങ്ങ് മലയിൽ when you are climbing up, if all your attention was not to fall, would you have enjoyed anything on the way? Probably none of you enjoyed also. holding to the thing not to fall. You can be so tense that you can't enjoy. Are you understanding this? Christian life, the emphasis on the present. Most of the teaching is about the present. Loving one another is not tomorrow. But this planning, thinking, everything, scheming, everything going on. Because we forget that Christian life is now here than then there. Christian life is now here, not then there. The grace of God is given in the now. We have studied it in detail. Be present. Be present. Present salvation or future salvation. Look at your think, planning, everything. എല്ലാം ഒന്ന് പോയിട്ട് അവിടെ പോയിട്ട് എല്ലാം ഒന്ന് ശരിയാക്കണം. Yes, maybe 2019 is a good time. Or retire ആകുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാം ഒന്ന് let children be all put in right place. After that, how many years we would have wasted thinking like this. Eating food is never in the future. Immediately, the time comes, it is now. Some are ready there 6 o'clock for coffee. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ക്രിസ്ത്യ ജീവിതത്തിലെ മുഴുവൻ കാര്യം നാളത്തേക്ക്. Each one, can you write 3 things Bible teaches about the present life? 3 things. 3 things for the present, and how is it related to your life also must write. Otherwise, again, it will be another theory. Can you mention one?
Love your God.
Repentance. How many areas, even though shown, we have postponed repentance? Repentance also is a thought process. Very few areas it would have been settled. Yes.
When you come to communion, if you have something with somebody, first go and reconcile with him.
Okay. Nobody does it. Nobody does it. Have you seen anyone getting up and going and settling things and coming? Offering means anything to do with Christian life when you are going to do it. One preacher stopped at preaching also. Stop everything, come. Settle it and come. Settle it and come. So the advice is, brother, I am not worrying. Or don't worry. I should not worry. I should not worry. I should not worry. Any other?
Trust the symbol.
Salvation ഒരു ആസ്പെക്ട് എന്നവാ? Forgiving. അതെന്താ വായിന്ന് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. Giving what? Other areas?
Love your God.
What is loving God? Practical terms. Bible teaches what is loving God. Or love your neighbor whom you can see. No, brother, I am loving God. കർത്താവ് തന്ന സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ജീവിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? അതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ. കർത്താവ് തന്ന സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിൽ ഒന്നാണ് മറ്റൊരോട് ക്ഷമിക്കുക. ഇപ്പോൾ അവിടെ പറഞ്ഞത് എനിക്കില്ലേലും ഉള്ളതിൽ നിന്ന് കൊടുക്കുക, ഓക്കെ, അതിൻ്റെ വിടുതല അതുണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളത്. ഹാവ് ഐ ഗോട്ട് ദ ഫ്രീഡം? എനി അതർ ഏരിയ? Abide in Him. What's the reality of that in life? Or it's a good thought. Abiding in Him is a good thought or reality. നടന്നിട്ടേ ഇരിക്ക, നടന്നിട്ടിരിക്കുന്നതിനുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, അബൈഡിങ്ങിനുടെ ഒരു റിസൾട്ട് ഫ്രൂട്ട് ബെയറിങ് and His joy being in us. இல்லையா? என்னுடைய சந்தோஷம் உங்களில் இருக்கும்படியாக. அப்போ அந்த அபாய்டிங்கில் நம்ம இருக்கும்போது ஒரு நல்ல எக்ஸாம்பிள். Suppose Stanley was playing outside, suddenly a dog came. He's crying and screaming and coming. You took him. Now he is abiding in you. கையில் ஒரு கல் இருக்குன்னு எடுத்து எறிஞ்சிருவேன் நாய். என்ன தைரியம் இப்போ! That is one evidence of abiding. Overcoming, fruit bearing, joy, love. And anxiety இல்லை. அது நிரந்தரமாக இருக்கான்றதை நீங்கள் கேட்குறீங்க. Is it continuously present? Or is it certain moments? Prayer time, when fellowship, when you come to a seminar like this, you were mentioning, all these days I did not feel anything so good.
This lines fruit bearing. Is it the present fruit bearing is possible for us to see, or in the future?
No, present only. Fruit bearing is present.
There are people who share that with missionaries that they're not seeing anything in their lifetime. They have lyrics to them.
See, fruit bearing is what actually? The axe is laid at the root of the tree, produce fruit worthy of your repentance. That is one. One important aspect is change life. What's the other fruit? Abiding in Him and bearing fruit. Change life, that's also change life. Loving others, change life. Then fruit of the Spirit also, that also change life. Bringing souls into the kingdom also part of the fruit. That is harvesting and bringing it. It's not our bearing fruit. அது நம்முடைய ஃப்ரூட்டே இல்லை அது. ஏன்னா that is God's work. It's being brought out. Maybe. அதே நீங்கள் சொன்னது கரெக்ட். Because mission organizations which they want to have more workers, they teach all these areas. Good, but emphasis is wrong. Part of உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை எப்படி இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல, அது போதும். Making use of them to produce results in the mission sites.